So anyway, so when I started my consulting business, I was recruiting people who were making maybe 50,000 a year, maybe 60,000 a year, maybe 100,000 a year, maybe 300,000 a year, and I was coaching those people. And then my business kind of imploded in 2008, started imploding in 2008, 2009, 2010. But from 2007 to 2014, we were in our wilderness wandering. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do something a little different here. In fact, I'm going to do something a lot different. So I joined a coaching program that was $25,000 a year. And I didn't have $25,000. This was in 2015. I didn't have $25,000. So I talked them into letting me do a payment plan. I said, if y'all will let me do $5,000 every other month, because I said, and I want to bring both of my kids. They said, well, if you want to bring both of your kids with you, then you have to pay $30,000 a year. Well, I didn't have 25, so needless to say, I didn't have 30. So they said, if you pay $30,000, I said, if you let me pay $5,000 every other month, I'll join. They said, okay, you can pay $5,000 every other month. So I joined. And then I'm in this room. So I remember the first time I went to one of the events, one of the masterminds, it was in a hotel that was $235 a night per room. I didn't have $235 a night. I mean, I had enough money to get us some Southwest tickets and fly out there. And there was an AmeriSuites Inn on the main road, which was only about a mile and a half from the hotel where they were having the event. It was only $79 a night. I got one room for me. I got one room for my son and my daughter. And then we went to this event. Well, in the event, what would happen is you had all these entrepreneurs. There were about 50 of us. And everybody would stand up and share. They'd share like what they do, what they need help with, and then they'd share something that would benefit everybody else in the group. And then they would ask like what they needed help with. They'd ask questions, and the people in the group would help them. So somebody asked a question about this. So I said, well, this is what I would do. And everybody's like, oh, my goodness, that's the greatest thing I ever heard. And then somebody else said, oh, man, Myron, how do you do that? And I'm thinking to myself, this is so strange because I was the brokest person in the room. Everybody in the room was making more money than me. Like, there were people in the room whose names, if I called them, you would know who they are, right? But they were all making more money than me. And I'm broke, but every time I said something, they acted like it was the best thing they ever heard. And I thought to myself, this is very strange.